Hey, Travis with TCustomz Productionz, TCustomz.com. Today's going to be a quick trick that you can use if you're sampling inside of Ableton Live. In particular, you are sampling in MIDI in a way that you can very easily, without any additional third-party plugins, enhance the stereo sound to widen your sample sequence using a very simple setting within Live. If you're using the slice to MIDI method to chop your samples in a drum rack like this, you'll be ready to go. If not, I'll make sure to link a 3-part series and stepping you through how to chop your samples this way. You'll be able to do this both with the simpler and sampler. For this tutorial and for all my sample based beats, I'm using a sampler instrument. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is adjusting this PAN less than RND. It's a global pan randomization setting defined as the degree of randomness to apply to the global pan position. Now this can be applied to different sounds, drum sounds, and whatever you're using, but in particular for this, I want to show how it can very subtly be introduced to enhance the width of your sample sequence. In the sampler, it's available under the filter global tab at the top, and this is the adjustment that we're making right here. Now if you're using a simpler instrument, you won't have all the options at the top, but on the main page here you will see this RAND, and this will do the exact same thing. So before I get into making this adjustment to the panning randomization, I just want to play back a little 8-bar loop of what this track is sounding like originally, and then we'll make the adjustments. So it sounds pretty cool so far, but what I would like to do to this to widen the sound overall is focus on the sample sequence and widen the sample essentially. So what we're going to be doing is increasing this percentage here and applying this setting to all of our samples. Keep in mind that we're going to need to apply this to all of our sample chops, so you can basically select any of your slices that you have. You can come in and set the percentage, and then you're going to want to right click on this and copy value to siblings if you don't already have a pre-existing macro set up where you can adjust all of them globally. To give you an idea of what this is doing, kind of as an exaggerated example first, I'm going to solo this sample track, and I'm going to take this setting up to 50% first. We're not going to go up this high to use in the track, but I just want to exaggerate a little bit first, and then we will make adjustments. Okay, so if you have on headphones or you have a good representation of the stereo field in your monitors, you'll hear those sample chops kind of dancing around. If we take this down and tone this down to say 5% or even 7 or 8%, we can get a really cool subtle stereo shift. So I'm going to take this up to about 7%. I'm going to right click, copy value to siblings, and I'm going to play back this same sample sequence with a 7% panning randomization on all the sample chops. Okay, so it should be a little more subtle, but also noticeable. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this sample track. I'm going to take this first sample sequence back to the original setting with no panning randomization at all, and I'm going to leave this second one with our 7% panning randomization. So I'm going to play back the entire track as you heard it before. Then I'm going to swap out for this second track and introduce the 7% panning randomization. So hopefully you can hear that change a little bit better. So hopefully you can hear the difference on that. I really like this technique, and I think it's just another one you can throw in your bag of tricks if you're looking for a quick little way to enhance or widen, your sample sequence. Try this panning randomization out. Let me know in the comments if you've already been using this or if you've never heard of this as something new to you. If you did like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll make sure to link all of those videos that were referenced earlier on how to chop samples in Ableton Live. There's a link for free drum samples, sample packs, a lot of other resources on my website, as well as one-on-one coaching if you need more hands-on help with Ableton Live, music production, your sample-based beats for free. So click the link for more information, or you can reach out to me if you want to set up a weekly or monthly schedule where we work together on a regular basis. The email's on the site and we can get you worked into the mix. If you have any other questions, let me know. All my social media links will be listed as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.